we turn our attention to a difficult issue. Children who have experienced the death of a sibling, parent, or even a classmate may not have the words to express their feelings. Rick's Place in Wilbraham helps these children and teens, as well as the adults who care for them, with support during their grief journey. November is Children's Grief Awareness Month, and recently a show of art created by grieving children and their parents debuted at Springfield College. Kathy Harrington toured the exhibit and has our story.
Oftentimes there aren't words that people can put to their loss.
This is the second year for Rick's Place art exhibit.
Last year was our first exhibit and we did it on site at Rick's Place, but we had such a wonderful turnout and there was so much interest, we just knew we had to expand and make it bigger.
And a bigger crowd for opening night at Springfield College. The Colors of Grief art exhibit filling 2 gallery rooms.
And in honor of November's Children's Grief Awareness Month, we thought this would be a great opportunity to give voice to children, teens, and families who have been grieving.
At Rick's Place, grieving children can find support among others their age. The artwork gives them a chance to truly express their feelings.
This tree is made up of tears. The 10-year-old artist says the small heart survives among the tears. Grief monsters cover one wall. Colorful, chaotic, even frightening, the sorrow they convey can be overwhelming and unexpected. A wall of face masks, some representing the person who's died, others reveal the hidden emotions of the grief-stricken. The exhibit also includes an open installation for contributions from the community.
Many of our families tonight have brought photographs, and there's also a space where you can write a message or a note to the person who's died.
Founded in 2007 in memory of Wilbraham native Rick Thorpe, who died in the September 11th World Trade Center attacks, the nonprofit offers children, teens, and their families grief support, and not only at Rick's Place, but also in partnership with schools throughout Western Massachusetts.
We strive to help families figure out who they're going to be as a new family after a death has happened, and that's really challenging.
Andrew and Gemma Thompson found Rick's Place after the death of their 8-year-old son, Kenji. Born with special needs, a genetic disorder called Edwards syndrome for which there is no cure. Doctors offered the new parents hospice or palliative care. Only 10% of Edwards syndrome babies live beyond 12 months.
We want to proceed with palliative care, just give him the best life we could, while he blessed us with his presence. So,
he's a bright light,
yeah.
Very, very bright light.
Remembered as a happy kid with great energy who gave phenomenal hugs, Kenji was popular at school, in the hospital, and around town. His best friend, his little brother Lawrence.
We were looking for any type of support that was available to help us work through that, especially concerning our child Lawrence, who was a year younger than his brother.
Artwork by Gemma, Andrew, and Lawrence, included in the exhibit, bears their grief.
I think it's just wonderful that they all were interested in expressing their own unique relationship and process to grief, even though they're all grieving the same person. And that just shows how unique grief is.
Andrew says the art is a healthy way to help him breathe. And for Lawrence,
It's kind of an important time in his life to be able to process and work through those emotions so he can hopefully be a healthy adult later on in life.
Westfield State University grad student Shannon O'Brien lost a parent at age 15. Her experience with a grief group then didn't make a connection. During an undergraduate internship at Rick's Place, she fell in love with the support they offer children.
Being able to do the work for Rick's Place, I kind of get to give the kids that I work with the experience that I didn't get.
It's been 3 years since her internship, and O'Brien now serves as a volunteer while studying to become a licensed mental health counselor. The children she works with are as young as 5 years old.
It can be really challenging to grasp the concept of a death. So that's one of the first places we start, is just working with them to explain what death means, the permanence of death, what that means for their life moving forward, the changes that happen after losing a loved one. And I think that that definitely comes out in the art that they do.
Hope, love, memory, courage. The painting of a 13-year-old. Talia Mark says it represents the rooms at Rick's Place, and what connects them as a community is their grief. I'm Kathy Harrington for Reel to Reel.
And Kathy tells us that the exhibit moved to the Agawam Public Library through the end of this month. And for more on Rick's Place and information on upcoming exhibits through February, we have a link at iobserve.org.